Hello, Craig here again, 27th of October. I haven't been out in the garden for quite some time. It's really doing poorly. It's finally cooled down enough that I can get out here and start doing something. I just can't handle the heat and bending and all that kind of junk. Gardening, very painful, but I hang in there. I keep working on it. At any rate, you can see from my garden it's not doing well. Gonna clean this all up. It's gonna take a few days. Gonna repair the the irrigation system. See if I can't get it functional. A lot of these irrigation hoses have broken, so they're leaking like crazy, so I had to shut them off. All of my here again, I can't think of the name. Pomegranate plants just about had it. There might be some life left in some of them. Surprisingly, I've got two banana plants that are still alive. Don't really quite understand why, but that's okay with me. Anyway, I want to get some work done. Talk to you later. Well, I managed to get this bed cleaned up a bit. Got everything watered in thoroughly. I don't know that there's anything alive on this great plant right here. The roots might still be alive. I trimmed all those vines off. Every one I trimmed off was dead. Dry, totally dry inside. So, no trace of green at all. But maybe the roots will come back. This one over here in the pot that I gave up for dead and hadn't watered it until today for probably a few weeks or a month, started coming back all on its own. I guess there was still some life in the roots, cooled off, started coming back. So this basil was doing okay. It's the only thing that really got watered here, because this one tubing right here was still intact and still supplying water to this. And that's probably why this grape plant right here is still doing okay. It's probably getting its roots over into that moisture soil over here from watering the basil. At any rate, still got a lot of work to do. Got to clean up the other beds, try and do something with the irrigation system so I don't have to come out here and water. That would help considerably. The moringa plants were pretty droopy, and I watered those and they came back. Just in a matter of a half hour to an hour. They're not near as droopy anymore. I watered all of my pomegranate plants in and my banana plants and my berry plants. As I said before, I forget whether they're blackberries or raspberries or what. Got a couple blueberry plants that are hanging in there, still barely, but still alive. And we'll see what happens. I've still got, as I said, a lot of work to do. I want to run a line from this hose right here, put a sleeve on it, run it down under the ground here, across up into this bed here, and then get this on an irrigation. I think it will do a whole lot better. I finally did get all of these old weeds and things, old plants out of here that I did not want to put in the garden. Diseased tomato plants. Right along here I'm debating putting in some more snow peas right along this line right here. Things stand the cooler weather, so if it does frost, a light frost, it shouldn't hurt anything. I've got some potatoes that I had forgotten about that I harvested last spring, and they've all gone to sprout. They were in a box and they got really long sprouts on them, so I might try to plant those. I only have about 50, 60 days until the first typical frost here, but sometimes it holds off longer. As it is right now, those potato plants aren't worth anything, so I might as well throw them in the ground and see what happens. And if we do get a later frost or no frost, then I'll probably get a crop of potatoes out of them. And I got some got some grow bags. I'm going to give that a try in the potatoes and see how that works. I think I only got 5 gallon bags. But there's a gentleman in England. His site is called Homegrown Veg, and he does a lot of growing in pots, potatoes in pots, approximately 3 gallon pots, and he has a fairly significant harvest out of such a small area. I don't really know what I'm doing different than he's doing, except maybe it's the climate. At any rate, that's about all. Let you know I'm still alive, kicking. Well, walking, I'm not so sure about the kicking part. You know. Anyway, I'm going to close it up for the night. I still got to put the top on these here. We got some 1x2s I plan on putting up on top to give the grapes a kind of like a trellis to run along. And I may put a shade cloth over this whole thing. I'm not sure. Be a pain because I can't go above the fence line there. If there can be anything can be seen above the fence line in the yard, it's supposedly against the HOA rules. So there's no point in advertising, right? Anyway, take care. Talk to you later. Like, subscribe, comment, and hope you're having a good year. Bye-bye.